Hey nightmares, welcome back. So, tonight's story isn't some old wives' tale or something out of a dusty book. This one's fresh, raw, straight from the weird, wild roads of 2020. You know that year, the one that already felt like a horror movie all on its own. Anyway, our narrator, let's just call him Mark. Average Joe, used to work retail, then the pandemic hit, and bam, he's driving his beat-up Honda Civic, trying to scrape together a living with Uber. One October night, he picked up a passenger. But things got weird, really weird. Like a seriously unsettling mystery kind of weird. This guy, poof, gone. Left Mark with nothing but a whole lot of creepy unanswered questions. Hold on to your hats, folks. This is the passenger who vanished.
October 2020. I remember it well. The world felt empty. Like a ghost town, but the ghosts were wearing masks. Every fare felt like a gamble. Were they sick, stressed, or worse? Money was tight. I'd lost my job at the mall. And my Civic was the only thing standing between me and the wolves. That night was quiet. Rain was pouring down, making the roads by that creepy bowling alley, the strike zone, even more deserted. Always felt off, even on a sunny day. Then, ping. A ride request. Derek, a short trip, just a couple of miles to some apartments. I pulled up, and there he was, standing under that flickering alley light, no umbrella. Tall, skinny, lost in a dark hoodie, rain hitting him, mask of course. He slid into the back without a word, just the quiet click of his seatbelt. When the silence hit, not the comfortable kind, but the heavy kind. Usually people mess with their phones, talk about the weather, something. But Derek, he just stared. I felt it, that prickling at the back of my neck. In the mirror, his eyes were locked on me. Not the window, not his phone. Right at the back of my head, unblinking, intense, like he was trying to memorize the shape of my skull. I tried my usual lines. Rough night? Nothing? Staying dry? Just that pressure, like someone was sitting right on my shoulders. We passed the old Henderson place, that creepy Victorian house everyone in town whispered about. It was set back from the road, all peeling paint and overgrown, twisted trees, a real haunted house. Boarded up tight, just like it had been for years. Kids used to dare each other to get close. Right as we were about to turn for the apartments, Derek spoke. The first time he'd said anything the whole trip, he just said,
"Stop here."
"Wait, here? Are the apartments just around the corner or something?"
"Here. The house."
My stomach dropped. The Henderson place. It's abandoned, man.
"Stop. The car."
No room for argument. That intensity from his stare was in his voice now. So what was I supposed to do? I pulled up the overgrown driveway, stopping just short of the porch, maybe 20 feet away. Rain was coming down hard, headlights cutting through it, revealing chipped paint and busted windows staring back, like empty sockets. I got out. Didn't say a word, didn't even bother to close the door. Just walked straight towards that gaping hole where the front door used to be. And then, poof, gone. He didn't walk around the side, didn't even pause on the porch. Just vanished into that boarded up wreck like it was the most normal thing. It was like the house just swallowed him whole. 2 minutes. I watched the clock. 2 of the longest minutes of my life. Rain hammered the roof. Every shadow in the overgrown yard seemed to shift. Was he meeting someone? Doing something? Worse? Why this place? Then movement. He emerged. From the same darkness but different. Agitated. Shoulders hunched. Head darting side to side like he was being watched. He practically lunged back into the car, slamming the door.
"Go back the way we came. Now."
His voice was tight, breathless. Fear, anger. I couldn't tell. I just hit the gas, my hands slick on the wheel. The silence returned, heavier than before, charged now. I could feel his energy radiating from the back seat, a coiled spring of something bad. We were maybe halfway back to the main road, passing under a flickering streetlight, when he spoke again. Not to me, almost to himself, but loud enough, clear enough to freeze the blood in my veins.
You ever wonder how you're going to die?
My knuckles went white on the wheel. I couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. The rain outside seemed to mute everything except the pounding of my own heart.
Yeah, you picked the wrong guy up tonight.
The rest of the trip was a terrifying blur. Every red light felt like a death trap. Every shadowy street like a potential ambush. I drove on autopilot, praying for it to end. Then finally, the bright, garish glow of the bowling alley sign, a beacon in the storm. I pulled into the exact spot I'd picked him up, heart still pounding. He didn't move right away, just sat there, a silhouette in my rearview mirror. After what felt like forever, he got out. No slamming door this time, just a quiet close. He lingered on the curb for a moment, looking back at me. Then he turned and disappeared into the rainy fog between the buildings. Strangely, not toward the bowling alley, just gone into the night. It was unsettling. I sat there for 5 minutes, trembling so hard I could barely shift the car into drive. The first thing that popped into my head? Report it, of course. Close out the ride, right? I fumbled for my phone, wrestled with the Uber app, dug through my trip history. Nothing. Poof. The ride vanished. Not pending, not finished, just gone. Like it never happened. I checked the time, double-checked the location. Zip. 0. A big, fat nothing. That's when the real chill set in, deeper than that October rain. If the ride didn't happen, who the heck was Derek? What even was that? Did I just hallucinate 2 hours of pure gut-wrenching terror? But the smell, wet earth and something metallic, faint but there, clung to the car and his look. Man, that stare was burned into my brain. I went straight home. Didn't even think about another fare that night, or the next. Scrubbed the back seat raw, my hands practically bleeding. But you can't just wash away something like that, you know? It's that creepy feeling like I'd bumped into. Something rotten. It's like I'd been weighed, measured, and found wanting right there in my own car. And Derek, if that was even his real name, he didn't just disappear from the app. He vanished, leaving a gaping hole where a perfectly normal ride should have been. It's a question that gnaws at me every time I pick up a quiet passenger. Every time I drive past that creepy Henderson place. Every single time I'm alone in the car at night. What was the deal with that abandoned house? What did he mean? Wrong guy? Was I the wrong guy? Or was he? And the driver who picks up the right one? What happens to them? The app wiped him clean. But that ride, that feeling, it's branded onto me, permanently. Like a ghost, shotgun in my head. Forever.
Mark never saw Derek again. He reported the incident to Uber, of course, but with no evidence, no photos, no timestamps, nothing. It was just another complaint, lost in the digital ether. He got back behind the wheel eventually, but avoided the Henderson place whenever he could. Still, some nights, he swore he saw a tall, gaunt figure standing under the sickly yellow glow of the strike zone alley lights. Just standing there, waiting. Was Derek even real, or something else entirely? Maybe it was a brush with something far stranger. Premonition barely avoided. The uncertainty, the way it all just vanished, that's the truly unsettling part. It makes you wonder, Mark, and probably the rest of us, about those quiet, lonely pandemic nights. What else slipped through the cracks? What other passengers disappeared without a trace? If this ride into the unknown chilled you, hit that like button. Share your own unsettling encounters below. Sometimes the real nightmare stories are the ones without clear endings. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more journeys into the shadows every week here on Nightmare Stories. Until next time, drive safe and check your backseat.